Hey guys, Jake and I are here to show you some CDs. That's always a good thing, right? Today's been kind of a weird day. I got off work and uh, basically collapsed on the couch about 10 o'clock. Now it's like 4 in the morning and I'm up and I'm having a hard time getting back to sleep. So I thought I would do a quick video, show some CDs that I mainly got through the mail, either eBay or Amazon, but there are also some other pickups, and we're going to go through those. Would that be alright with you, Jake? Oh, you my buddy. Alright, let's get started. First CD is Billy Hanks Band. I picked this up at Goodwill. I actually stood in there and with my headphones into my phone and pulled up YouTube and listened to a few samples. And this is a local band. It's At first I wanted to describe it as country, but it kind of also puts me in mind of, say, like John Hyatt. But yeah, I heard enough to make me go ahead and pick that CD up. While I was there, I picked up this disc. This is probably one of the projects I'm least familiar with as from this artist, but yeah, picked it up for my collection. David Lee Roth, Skyscraper. Of course, I'm a '80s teenager. Graduated in '84, so you can only imagine how big Van Halen was during my high school years. Um, so I was real pleased to pick that up. The next one I got at a store, record store called Underground Sounds. Picked it up the night that I went out with some of my buddies to some haunted houses back in October. Um, we always meet at Wick's Pizza and have it's one of the best places to eat pizza in town. So we always meet there, and they've Underground Sounds is in kind of in the same building just around the corner. So I went in there, found this. It's Iced Earth, Incorruptible. Very cool album. It comes with a pretty thick book and has a lot of nice artwork in it. Love the feel of this album. Love it musically. Haven't really sat down with the lyrics. But yeah, very cool album. One of the, I guess if I do a best of 2017 list, this disc will probably come in on it because it is awfully good. The next CD was just a used CD that I picked up at Great Escape. I checked there. They have really great prices on CDs. A lot of them around $2-3, and so I always check their used wall and came up with this Rush Presto. I've really been getting into Rush this year, and so anytime I can pick up some Rush used, I try to grab it. The next CD I picked up in Target, and it was marked way down. Rush, Working Men. And this album, I think, is mainly live. And it looked to me like, from the notes, it has very sparse notes, but it looked like the music came from several live performances. Alright, so the next two, next 3, 4, 5, I think all come from eBay. The next two are a little different because they're not actually music. There's a Louisville let's try English. Louisville comedian named Tom Mabe. And Tom does, I guess he kind of got his start messing with telemarketers. When they call his home, he'd record it, and he'd be ready for them and talk crazy to them. So anyway, this is Revenge on Telemarketers, and just great album. Then I also picked up a wake-up call for telemarketers, Tom Mabe. This is a 2 CD set. Actually, it's 1 CD, and this, Mabe in the USA, turned out to be a DVD. At first, I thought it was a repackaging of another CD, which I already have, and have had for a long time, which is Tom Mabe, Mabe in America. But it turns out the second disc in this set is a DVD that has what I believe is the pilot episode for his CMT prank show. And I have really grown to love his pranks. He's got a lot of them on YouTube, and what's cool about it for me is because he's from here, he shoots most of his pranks here in Louisville, and so a lot of times I'll be watching a video, I know exactly where he's at because he's been there, but he's brilliant. He's brilliant, and so I was very glad to pick those up. Getting back to music, Robert Randolph and the Family Band. This was another eBay pickup. I've been following this man's career for quite some time. Cool story. My buddy Jordan, he gave me a ride home this week and said that I had turned Jordan on to his music. We were in Underground Sounds and found one of his albums for $1, and I bought it for him, CD. And Jordan became a fan, and he works with college students, so he introduced this college student to Robert Randolph, and he loves them and has been raving about them. So that's kind of cool when you hear about, I made a fan, and then he made a fan, and that's just cool. And everybody should love this guy. I mean, he's kind of blues, plays this guitar, that lap steel. Brilliant player, great band. This has got, I have listened to this even though I haven't had it very long. Shot of Love, Bob Dylan cover, brilliant. The next 2 CDs, Farley, Should Enjoy Sing, one of his, a band that he likes a lot. The Crucified, this is their self-titled debut. Of course, I think they've only got 2 albums, so this is the first one. I found it really cheap on eBay. Great pickup. Then the next one, same band, The Crucified, The Pillars of Humanity. Now, I don't have it in the house right now, but if you go back and look at my very, very first video, I showed the vinyl copy I have of this. Much different cover. It's solid black with white designs in white on the front. But yeah, I did show this in the vinyl form. I wanted the CD so that I could put it on my phone and listen to it when I'm away from the house. Alright, the next band I don't have a whole lot of. I discovered them last record store day, and if you go back to my record store day video, you'll see it. I found a picture disc from by a Saxon picture disc, and I played it, and it was awesome. I need to pick that up on CD as well, but I picked up a different one this time. It's Saxon Crusader. Love that cover. This is a remastered edition with bonus tracks. Yeah, so, I guess in 2018, I'll probably pick up several more from this band as I have the opportunity. One of my favorite bands. If I had to do a list, I've been thinking, I've always considered Stryper to be my absolute favorite metal band, Tourniquet to be second favorite, even though I know the styles are radically different. Where would this band fit in there? They're right up there. Megadeth, United Abominations. Love that cover artwork. And I'm getting close to having all of Megadeth's stuff on CD. Now, the next three purchases were Amazon purchases, and I have mixed feelings about them. They're all good albums, but my expectations were a little different than what I got. The first one is Fozzy, Judas. I haven't popped it open. I've been listening to the MP3s that I got with my auto rip. But this album, I guess, didn't grab me as much as I would have liked. And I think it was because it wasn't as traditional heavy metal as I was hoping for. It's more hard rock and not a lot of guitar solos, and so I think I was missing that. I was hoping for more of a traditional heavy metal album, and got something just a little different. But now, having said that, I still like this album. I've gotten Judas stuck in my head on multiple occasions. The song Drinking with Jesus, kind of a goofy title. I'm not sure what the lyrics are trying to say, but the music is catchy. So, but yeah, it's just been one of those kind of weird albums that I just am still kind of, I guess, adjusting my perception of it. And the same happened with this CD. And I love this artist, Samantha Fish. This album was produced by Luther Dickinson of the North Mississippi All-Stars, so I guess I thought this album might be just more straight in-your-face blues. But it turns out it's a little bit more Americana. It's still good, but I was really looking, I guess I was looking for a more straight ahead blues album, and so I'm having to kind of adjust to the project that she actually put out, which is a little more Americana in nature, definitely with heavily blues influenced, but still. So I feel a little funny talking about either one of them because I don't want it to come across like these are bad albums. They're good albums. They just, like I said, they just weren't exactly what I was expecting. Now this last CD, Sweet and Lunch Unified, yeah, they pretty much delivered what I was looking for from them. I love the first album. I think this one I'll end up loving as much. Of course, I've seen the Black Star Vinyl has shown the vinyl on this. You know, I tend to buy, especially with newer releases, I tend to buy CDs because they're cheaper and I can get more music that way. But sometimes, I mean, that is an amazing cover. And it looked really cool when Black Star Vinyl was showing the actual vinyl copy. Yeah, I don't know that the CD does it that as much justice. But Sweet and Lunch. These projects I think have been, I don't hear much talk about them, but they have been really good. And that is this stack of CDs. And I'm going to actually bring in a video under 20 minutes. How about that? Is that alright with you, Jake? Yeah? Okay. So, from me and from the Jakester, we hope you're having a great weekend and everybody's doing well, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.